Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Dee from Crystal Crafts with Dee. I'm going to be starting this gorgeous cross stitch project. This one is from 7 Great and I did unbox this on my channel a little while ago, so I'm ready to get started on it. And this one is from the Spring brand and it is called Town. This one's a big one. This is 82 by 61 centimeters. Nice big cross stitch. It's a 14 count stamped cross stitch and I just love the colors in this. I love the design. It's just absolutely gorgeous. So what I'm going to do is, instead of doing the whole thing because it'll take me ages, I'm just going to do a small section just to show you how I am going with it, if I had any issues, that sort of thing. So the actual product came in this really gorgeous box, and I'll show you the fabric here. So this canvas is really nice, really nice quality. I can't fit all of it on the camera, but it is printed absolutely beautifully. Knocking everything over. Printed absolutely beautifully. There are 90 colors in this particular cross stitch, so that's quite a few. It's not a difficult cross stitch. It's got quite a bit of blocking and just a little bit of detail, so there's no confetti, so it should be all right. It is printed very nicely. Now there are 90 colors in this, plus there are 5 separate symbols, so I'll get onto that in a second. But I am going to be doing this section here. So I'll do like a little snippet here, just to sort of show you what some of the buildings are going to look like, the foliage in the foreground, a little bit of that background over there. So I think that's a nice little snippet to sort of show you how it goes. I will zoom you in a little bit so you can have a look at those symbols and that. It's just printed so clearly, as you can see there. Printed very well. And if you have a look at the symbol key along the sides there, it's so easy to follow. So I don't think there'll be any issues there. All right, I'll zoom you back out again. So out we go. And I'll show you the colors. Pick him up. Ooh. And the colors. So like I said, there are 90 colors. So that's all of them there. So that's going to be a lot of fun. They come on 3 cards, and it also came with a booklet. So in this booklet it has your graphed areas there, and it obviously shows you what page goes to what part of your canvas. Now I said there are 90 colors in there, and there are 5 extra symbols. So these symbols here are blended colors. So what it is it is a 14 count cross stitch. You're going to use 2 strands of thread to go into your needle. They're all full stitches, so you full stitch as normal. Then when you get to these symbols here, they are blended. So as you can see on the top there, it says 12 plus 70. That is the location on your card with all your colors on there. You're going to choose 1 thread from 12 and 1 thread from 70. So you can put both of those in the one needle. So what it does, it gives you a really nice 3D effect. It's really lovely. You don't see it very often, but yeah, the effect is amazing. So you stitch as normal. It's just that instead of having 2 of the same color threads in your needle, you're going to have 2 different colors in your needle. So that's what that is. But 90 colors, wow. Let's have a look at those colors. So they came on 3 cards. 1, 2, and 3. So I'll just quickly go through those colors. Start with that one. So you actually get 4 needles in this kit, which is really good. I won't be using those needles. I find them a little bit too small for my fingers, and I find them a bit pointy, and I keep stabbing myself with them. They work perfectly fine. They are designed to use with 14 count fabric, but you can actually use a slightly larger needle, and that will work in 14 count as well. That's what I use, and that usually comes with your 11 count cross stitch kits, so I use that needle, but it's personal preference. They both work fine. So these are the colors here. They are well marked, too easy, and just love these vibrant colors. They're nice and long, they're nice and soft. I love the blends there. How gorgeous are they? Need some serious shading there with those colors. So that's card 1. Just quickly going through card 2. How gorgeous are those colors? I love that gorgeous pinky purple. Look at those greens. How beautiful are they? And the last card. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful colors. Love that electric blue. How gorgeous is that? So lots and lots of colors to play with there. So there's all my colors. And my chart. So I will be referring to the chart as I go along just to make sure I'm getting the right symbol and the right colors to the pattern there. But this is actually printed really, really nicely. So I don't think I will really be needing to cross-reference that much. Anyway, I'm going to get started on this one. The section I'm going to do close up so you can see is section 8. So, that's another thing too, when you're working on a really big cross stitch like this, it is so much easier whether you're doing counted or stamped cross stitch to work per page, because they do give you the graph there, and it's so much easier to just work to the page. I used to go in between and all over the place, and oh, it was just such a headache. So it's much more smarter to go, smarter for me anyway, to go per page. Then you're not flipping through pages and that sort of thing. So anyway, that is the section I will be doing, section 8. So it's going to turn amazing. You got some really nice purples and pinks in there and some greens, so it's going to look really cool. But anyway, I'm going to get started on this, and what I will do is bounce back to you and show you what I've done, if I had any issues, that sort of thing. Okay, so I'll see you on the other side. Okay, so I've finished that section, and I think it turned out really, really good. I love the colors in this. It's nice and vibrant, and I just love the variety. There's just so many different colors. I love the blues, the purples, the pinks, all those different colors there. So these front flowers here, they have 6 colors in them, and in that middle bit there's 3 colors in them. So you've got so many shades in there that it's actually giving it that lovely sort of 3D effect, which looks really good, especially in this sort of green area there. But I'll just bring it up a little bit closer. So that's what it looks like. Being all full stitches. It's finished, which is great. I don't have to go back and backstitch anything. It's coming back up here with the houses and the different buildings, and then up the tippy top there. So the blended colors that I had, there was 2 actually, I didn't realize there was 2, whoops, sorry, was in here along the edging, and there's also some of those blended colors in this section here in that gray bit. So that's where you sort of use one strand from one color and one strand from another color, and you blend them together. So it's a very subtle effect, but yeah, it's really lovely when you sort of look back and have a look at it. So I think that turned out really, really good. The different symbols in that I didn't have any trouble with, actually, trying to work out who's who and what's what. So I think it turned out really, really good. So the way I sort of tackled this project was I rolled up the Aida cloth like that, and I just used these little clips just to sort of put in there, one on each side. There we go. That kept it nice and firm so I could continue working with it. When I was sort of working down this bottom bit here, you can see it sort of kept, because it's heavy, it pitches forward like that. I just worked up at the table and just sort of set it on the table while I was working on these lower bits. So it was really no trouble at all with a project this size. And with the colors, I'll just move him over there. The box that it came in, I just used it to keep all my colors together. So, and I just sort of concertinaed them like that. And it just worked as I sort of go. One other thing too, when I work on my cross stitches, I tend to forget what color I'm working on. So, because I'm putting it down, picking it up, putting it down. And then I come back and I'm like, oh gosh, what was I up to? So what I do is when I'm doing a specific color, say I'm doing color number 1, I will actually remove the whole lot out of there. And then use it, and then when I'm finished with using that color, I put it back on there again, because so many times I come back and I've not remembered what I've been doing. So if I take the whole thing out, then there's no guessing. So that's kind of how I roll, because I'm very forgetful. And I just kind of concertina that back in there, and that worked out perfectly fine. So with those blended colors too, the leftover bits, I ended up making just these little guys here. It's just a bit of card, and I have a hole punch, and I just hole punched a big hole in there, wrote the symbol, and then the 2 colors that I was combining and blending, and then just putting it on here. And that way it sort of kept it separate from the others, and the extra bit, I didn't have to go, you know, trying to work out where I put it. So that was one of them, and it's hard to tell the difference between the 2 grays. You can just see a slight difference. But this one here that was in that little bit of the road had a dark gray, and let's see if I can pull them out. There we go. It had a dark gray and a brown. And it just combined those 2 colors together just to give it that little extra sort of 3D effect. And again, I just put the thing on top and the colors that it combined. So that's kind of how I worked it out. And then I just popped her in the clip there, and it just kept it out of the way, and I didn't lose it. So yeah, so it was pretty easy to do. I didn't have any trouble. And this is the actual whole project there. So I did almost 1/8, because that little section's smaller than, say, these guys here. It's almost 1/8. That is a section I did there. So very easy to do. The symbols, it was very clearly printed. I had no trouble at all reading those symbols. I'll take it out of the clips. You can sort of see, again, I can't fit it all on the camera, but that's kind of how it looks in relation to all the other pieces. So it's going to take me a little while. That bit there took me about 3 weeks, and I was working on it every day. I have done a knee injury, so I'm off my feet and I'm going bananas trying to find things to do, because I don't like sitting still. So I thought this is a good opportunity to sort of get this bit out. So it took me about 3 weeks to do that section there, but I think it looks absolutely amazing. I actually cannot wait to see how it all works out. It's going to take me a long time, but it is so worth it. I think the next section I do will probably be these mountains, because I think that'll look pretty cool. So there you go. Bring them all the way back down to the bit that I've done. So I'm really impressed with that. As I said, very easy to find my way through it, and the threads were really, really good quality. I had no trouble at all with them. So there you go. That's my little review on this absolutely gorgeous cross stitch. I love it. I'm looking forward to doing more of it. I'd like to thank 7 Great very much for sending this out to me for review. It is just gorgeous. I absolutely love it. I love this brand so far, and I love the quality, printing, everything. Really, really happy with it. So thank you very much, 7 Great, and thank you very much for watching my video, and I will catch you next time. Bye.